Welcome back to What RT Nibs with General Disturbance. This is the 122 TM. It's a Tier 8 Chinese medium tank, a premium tank at that as well, and it's located on the east spawn of Stud Yankee under the command of Jamie 2006. Well, he's been having some rather good games recently, and well, let's see how he gets on in this one. You can see this is one of the tanks with 4 missiles mounted on top of the turret. It's a pity they can't actually be used in the game, but it does have a rather interesting 120mm gun, which is capable of 400 alpha and decent penetration of 233 with the standard APCR, and it'll go through 299 with the heat rounds. His first hit's on the T-34-3. And that guy's asking for trouble. He can't be a very good player. The problem is the reload time. Yeah, you'll notice that he couldn't get a shot into that T-34 despite the fact that he was trying to maneuver like a gymnast. No. Oh, he did get 55 hit points for spotting assist, but didn't actually get that shell in. Crawling forward to aim. Here we go. Well, that one did connect for 451 into the 252U. The unfortunate thing is he took a shot in return. It was an APCR round. Go for the component again. No, that one went over the top. He blocked the shot from the defender, but he did take a round from the 252U, and it did pen. It was HE, and he lost his driver in the process. It has got a strong upper plate, the 122 TM. So I guess he just decided to fire HE rather, because he couldn't get any damage with standard rounds. Oh, here comes the defender. Yep, easy to pen through the front plate on that one with these heat rounds. In fact, actually he's using the APCR and he's getting through. Okay, he needs that spot from the IS-3. So the IS-3's had a couple of shots, but he's a little angled there. Needs to push out again where he doesn't have the angle. Might be able to get through the Lurver, who's trying to get a shot in position. No. Normally this gun is very accurate. In that case it wasn't. It couldn't get between the two girders. But he needs this IS-3 to keep vacating the spot. And the IS-3 just got whacked by the 252U. It's difficult to get the thing out. Now go for the rear or go for that gap. No, he's going to go for the 252 instead. Doesn't get it. Takes a hit from the Lurver. 302. That's the 105mm gun. Now the defender is just around the corner, but if he goes out this way, he might actually take shots from the enemy. He's just having a quick check. Can't get over there. He did get to see where the defender is and how many hit points he's got though. It would take a couple of shots to take him out, but it might be worth going around the corner. Oh, no. Say again, there's no, because there's a VK down there. Puts one into him for 424 high roll. And, M445. Now, he can pen that guy. Just got to wait for the reload. Standard reload is 16.78 seconds. Dreadful, isn't it? Jamie's got it down to 13.79, which is reasonably good. It's still long, and this tank has one of the worst DPMs of any of the tier 8 mediums. Now you can only see the front quarter of that because I think the AMX M445 is just around the other side of that buttress on the side of the church. It looks like a buttress. I think it is a buttress. And he pokes out and he takes a round, but it's a low roll for 368. And our teammates are firing past us from behind us. It's very unlikely that one will penetrate because it's more than likely, yeah, he's just going to hit the tracks and do a critical. The other bad thing about the 122 TM is it doesn't have a whole lot of ammunition. You only get 30 and he's already burned up 11 of his shells. The M445's come around the corner, gets one into him, 365 low roll. And the M445's gone down. Well, that's good news. Oh, Panther. Can he get a shot? Well, he tried, even though he knew the Panther was going to be pulling back. Under the circumstances, probably wise to fire and take the chance that it might go straight, because this tank does have reasonably good accuracy normally. He's going to make the chance to go round and kill the defender this time. You can see his teammate shots going in that direction. And hello, Mr. Defender. Do you remember us? Ouch, that one's in the track. He's had to burn his repair kit, but now the defender is in a terrible state because these shells will just chew him up. And he's out the game. Oh, he's going to be sneaky. He's going to go round. Oh, no, that's a VK, so that's an easy hit. Not sure where he hit on the body, but he did get a critical. He can't get a shot on him at the moment, but if he pulls back a bit further... Oh, no, he can hit him. And he's out the game. Pity we missed the shot there, but I think he wants the VK instead. He can't go around the corner with the VK there. But here he comes. Hello. And he's out the game. Now, it looks like there's a Super Hellcat up in the forest to the north of us. Yeah, he's, in fact, there's a Crusader SP up there. What are you doing in that position? That is not a great position. I think he had the stock gun, but he's now out the game. It's a bit too vulnerable, that spot. He should have gone into the wood, actually, to be honest. Took a great risk to go across the gap there, but I think he felt it was worth it. Remember that super pushing has armor on the extra armor on the front plate and the lower plate, so penetrating it's difficult. Go for the cupola. That's it. You bounce the rounds that came back. T62 type hull and turret. They're very, very good. Very strong indeed. Oh, 252U poking up. Now we still don't know where that Super Hellcat is, but he's not where he was last seen, because if he was, he would have been putting rounds into the back of Jamie, and he hasn't. So we might go around. Got two guys up on the opposite side. Has to go down into dip. There's the Scorpion. Okay, he has to deal with that guy. Oh, nice shot. 400 average roll. Can use that wreck actually for the Tiger to actually pop up, but he didn't. Instead, it looks like he's going to try and move further down the line, so he's only dealing with the 252U or the T29's ass. 360 low roll. Okay, there's only 3 enemies left: the Super Hellcat, the T29, and the GW Panther. The T29 won't be alive for very much longer. In fact, there's the GW. Hello. One shot, he's out the game. The alpha's so high. T29 is now out the game, so it's only the Super Hellcat left. And he's... Oh, we can see him. I think it might have been us who actually spotted him. But, hello. Goodbye. Game over. And I think he got 20% with that shot. So he's a happy bunny. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Jamie 2006 in the 122 TM. He also got his first mark of excellence in that game, because he's been consistent on his damage up until now. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, just one short of getting that Top Gun, as well as a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7, and he got a Pascucci's because he killed 2 enemy SPGs in that game, the GW and the Crusader. And well, the Crusader basically just sat in the wrong place. Even with the stock gun on the Crusader, you should find more safer places which have actually got a bit of cover between you and the enemy. Just lob the shells over the top, and unfortunately he didn't. And then he got the high caliber as well for dealing the most damage. Right at the end of the game he got that, when he got 20%. I think it was just at the last shot when he fired on the Super Hellcat. His win rate was 9,514, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Highest damage in the game, 4,467. The second highest damage was the enemy... No, it wasn't. It was his own Scorpion, actually. His own Scorpion got 2,804 and the enemy Scorpion got 2,154. So the Scorpions were doing well that day. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 5. 4 kills went to the Lurva on his own team, 2 kills to the GW Panther on the enemy team, and the Super Pershing on the enemy team as well. When it came to base XP, Jamie got that one with 1,701, 996 to the Lurva, and the GW managed to pick up 929. So he was the only one over 1,000, and he was considerably over 1,000 over the next best player. Let's have a look at team details. 22 shots fired, so he only had 8 rounds left at the end of the game, because remember, it's only 30 rounds in a 122 TM, so you have to make the best use of them you can. 17 direct hits on the enemy and 13 penetrations, so a few shells went astray, 5 shells in total, and I think a couple of those were when he was trying to shoot down the railway track at the 252U and the other tanks right at the other end. Only 13 penetrations, but when you do get penetrations with this tank, they tend to be fairly big and fairly lethal. 4,467 hit points of damage, of which 1,907 were at more than 300 meters. So a lot of long-range shooting in this game. 9 hits from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 6 non-penetrations, 3 hits by way of splash. The armor is on this 122 is fairly good. Now the penetrations that did hit him, actually, some of those came from the tanks at the other end of the railway track. The 252 and the Lurva were both getting shots on target which were doing damage. And 1,980 hit points of damage blocked by those 6 non-penetrations. 5 enemy vehicles spotted, 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, 1,814 hit points of spotting assist. And I think he was spotting the enemy vehicles down the far end of the map. He earned 139,179 credits from that game, and after repairs, ammunition, resupply and consumables, even though he fired, I think he did fire mostly APCR during that game, mostly standard ammo, but he took away 76,712 credits profit. And he also took away 2,806 XP, so it was a reasonable game when it came to XP earn as well, although no boosters other than the fact that this is a premium vehicle, and therefore you get an extra booster just for that. So a pretty good game by Jamie in the 122 TM. He called it the farm because he was actually farming the enemy, basically. The 122 TM itself was a bit of a failure because it was built faultily by the Chinese workers, and as a consequence it was rejected. Even though it went for trials in 1971-73, 1974 they discontinued development. They didn't continue with this line, which is a pity because it's actually got very strong frontal plates and turret. The only weak spot, of course, is that cupola, and that's what the 252 and the Lurva were having no problem getting their shells into. So there you go, that's the weak spot. You've got to keep hiding your cupola, but the gun itself is reasonably good. The armour on the rest of the tank is reasonably good, so it actually does make quite a decent premium, although it's a bit slow. It's only 50 kilometers an hour maximum speed, and in many ways it's more like a slow heavy than a fast medium or a slow medium. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel and leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please do let other people know that we've got a second channel called The General where you can watch great replays without any commentary to spoil it. Thanks for watching.